So, one song that has really gotten me through this summer, I included it in my Feeling Sorry for Myself playlist, which, by the way, I think everybody should have a playlist that's titled that in their Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, if you're one of the awesome people like me who realizes what a bargain it is to get a streaming service and YouTube Premium all in one bundle. Anyway, everybody should have a Feeling Sorry for Yourself playlist, because you're going to feel sorry for yourself, whether you want to admit it or not, and sometimes you just need some music to carry you through it, to make you feel like you're being consoled. Anyway, I put this song in that playlist, but it's not specifically a Feeling Sorry for Myself song, or it's not strictly, like it's just an emotional song. And it's kind of a silly emotional song. It's called Everybody's Changing by Keane. The reason I say that it has to be a silly emotional song is because it was featured on the show One Tree Hill. And I know that, unfortunately, because the album artwork for the song is One Tree Hill. So, obviously, it's a level of emotional complexity that a tween or even high school student can firmly wrap their mind around, which is probably not terribly deep. But, sometimes you just need a simplistic kind of universal appeal. Yeah, and I might honestly just be judging One Tree Hill just on, well, no, I mean, I never liked that show. I thought it was very boring and nothing ever seemed to happen for episodes at a time. Where am I even going with this? Yeah, anyway, that song has been carrying me through the summer. And it's a lot of vague sort of emotional platitudes spewed throughout. Spewed makes it sound like it's bad. Very artistically placed throughout. Kind of in a similar vein to a Matchbox 20 song, where I don't really know specifically what it's about, but there's a part of me that really doesn't want to know what it's about. Like, I don't want to know what the artist's reason for making it was. Because that sometimes ruins it. Haven't you had something like that? I remember one time I had a crush on this girl, and she reached out to me, and asked me on a date, in college. And I was super duper excited, and the next song in my playlist was Here Comes Your Man. And I was like, oh, yeah, Here Comes Your Man, baby. And then I look up the song meaning behind it. It's about, homeless people in boxcars. I'm like, that doesn't describe my life anymore. My 12 years of living in a boxcar are far behind me now. I'm kidding. I only lived in a boxcar for 2 years. But yeah, I'd rather just be able to take these vague emotional lyrics with some universal things said in there, like, everybody's changing and I don't feel the same. That could mean so many things, or it could mean nothing at all. The artist probably has some very specific thing that they were thinking about in their own life, like some very specific connection. And I just don't care about it at all, because I want to apply those kind of songs to my life. Just apply them to whatever situation, whatever emotional situation I'm in. I listen to the song, and the song just happens to be about that exact same situation. And it depersonalizes it for me, oddly, when I hear the very personal reason that they wrote the song. Yeah, basically, I'm selfish about my song meanings, and my feelings precede any sort of intention that you had in making your art. That sounds really self-centered, and I mean it is, but that's a universal way of thinking almost. Wow, it's getting really dark in this garage. This is creepy. This is like in the horror movie when the bad guy is going to be coming around the corner. I'm picturing, classic Candyman. You just see the silhouette and you see the hook hanging out of his arm. I Know What You Did Last Summer totally copied that design, by the way. Let's open this one a little bit. Let the car light in. Only minorly related, but on the topic of songs that you wish that you didn't know the meaning to, there's a song called Dancing in the Moonlight that you've probably heard before, and I had a friend explain to me the meaning of that song, the songwriter's intention. his real life experience that got him to write it. I don't know that I can ever listen to that song in any sort of enjoyable fashion ever again. So, yeah, just never find out the meanings behind anything. So, that story about the Lorax is no longer about climate change, because that's just a myth concocted by Nancy Pelosi. And the Lorax, the message is just simply like, hey, leave my truffalas alone.